Okay, I think I'm live now. This should be interesting. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get on and then we can get to asking questions. This is my first time ever doing a Q&A like this, so I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Hold on, my dog's crying. Hold on, dogs, I'm coming. Come on, dogs. Hi, guys. Is everybody eating dinner? Okay, let me see. Hi, did you say it, Jean? Okay, let me put my camera up in my little holder here. Okay, so I'm just starting, so I'm gonna wait for some more people to hop on. Come here, Piper. This is my puppy, Piper. Jeannie, is that how you say it then? Hi, Jeannie. And whenever you are ready, you guys can go ahead and ask me whatever questions you have. If you want to get to know me or if you have questions about furniture flipping, anything that you guys want to ask. I'm excited to get to know you guys as well. This is my first ever real live where I'm talking to you guys instead of doing like a live chat in my premieres. And I love doing the live chats in the premieres, so I thought that this would be extra fun too. So I can see your guys' messages. Hi, Kelly. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask away. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? We haven't decided yet. I think we're gonna have salmon. I love salmon. Costco makes a really good pre-flavored salmon. My favorite book, I would have to say, is The Hobbit. I loved all the Lord of the Rings. Ooh, pulled chicken sounds good. But I am like a super nerd about Lord of the Rings. I'm actually planning on getting tattoos that have quotes from the Lord of the Rings. So it's like the poem about the One Ring. There's a line in it that says, the old that is strong does not wither. And I'm going to get that tattooed on me to kind of it's something to remember my grandmother because she's going to be 94 this year. Hi, guys. Oh, there's another Corey in here. Oh, nice. A Corinne, aka Corey. Hi, Angela. Okay, so I know I had one question from a viewer a while back, and I don't know if she's watching or not or whatever, but she had asked how me and my husband had met. And I didn't ever get around to getting to do a Q&A video back then, so I figured I would share it on this Q&A video. But my husband and I have been together for almost 12 years now, and we got together when I was 18 and he was 19. Hi, Nora. And we were in the military together, and we were dating for 3 months, and we got married, and it was just one of those things where when you know, and it's just been it's just meant to be, I guess. But he took me to the airport when I was going home one time. He was just giving me a ride, and we were just friends. Not even really great friends, just friends. And nope, we're not in Fort Huachuca. That's more south than us. But anyways, we were just friends, and he was just giving me a ride to the airport to go home on a long holiday weekend. And he gave me a hug, and both of us instantly just fell in love when we hugged each other. And as soon as I came back from the long weekend, we've been together ever since then. Hola, Daniela. My husband speaks Spanish. He's actually born in Mexico. Hi, Janie. Or Janie. I don't know how you pronounce that one. Is anybody working on any projects right now? I love hearing about what everybody else is working on. I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys about the projects you're working on lately. Oh, nice. So I'm guessing you're Army then, Angela. Hi in Canada. It's so cool. There's people from all over the world that just love furniture the way that we all do. We can just become best friends because of our love for furniture. So my big dog's name is Piper, in case you haven't seen her yet. Oh, gracias. I'm so glad you're learning. And this is Nino. I rescued both of them. Hi, Carmen. Does anybody have any questions about furniture or just want to get to know me kind of questions? I went to college to be an elementary school teacher after getting out of the military, and then I stopped when it was time to do the student teaching portion because I didn't want to go into super debt to be paid not enough to pay off that debt. So I decided to change gears, and that's when I started doing my furniture flipping. Where did that go? Okay. You're renovating your entire house. Holy guacamole, I've been there before. My next thrift flip, for a thrift flip, okay, so I have some pretty big news for you guys. I got a sponsorship, my first real sponsorship, and it's with Cricut. If you guys don't know what Cricut is, it's the machine that cuts all sorts of different materials, but the most known one is vinyl, and I'm going to be doing a thrift flip with that. With doing a Cricut, I'm going to be doing some monograms on some thrifted stuff. Where's my chats? There we go. I have been flipping furniture for about 6 years. And let me go back and read. Ooh, a magazine rack sounds cool. I wish I could sew, you guys. I can't sew. My mom can sew, though, and she's going to start helping me and sew for me on some upholstery projects that I'm going to be doing. I feel like recently, especially during COVID, a lot of people have been starting on furniture flipping, and some tips for if you're a beginner is kind of just like start small. So I would start with something like nightstands or a desk because those sell a whole lot. Hi, Mitch. And small stuff's easier to store. It's easier to repair. It's cheaper to do, cheaper to repair, easier to find, and try and get things for free. What's my favorite Selena Gomez song? It's kind of, I don't really listen to her a whole lot, so I'm not sure the name of it, but it was on a commercial where it was showing how an iPhone can record a music video, and it was that song. So whatever that song was. Yeah, see, I sew terribly too. Sewing is just not my thing. I don't have the patience for it. I think that's the problem. Ooh, white and black, that would be so pretty. Very classic, that'll always go with everything. Oops, let me pull that up. How do I pull that up? Where did it go? Oh no! Okay, there we go. Oh, Piper, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Do I have a favorite chalk type furniture paint? So, the really high-end chalk paints are actually always really amazing, usually. I just recently tried Dixie Belle, and I now understand why so many furniture artists are really into it. Dixie Belle is really amazing. I've also heard really good things about Wise Owl. Rust-Oleum chalk paint is good too, and if you're like on a really low budget, you could always do the Walmart Waverly chalk paint even, and that's pretty good stuff. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm just learning all this. How did the young lady like her pink and orange dresser? She liked it a lot, actually, and she actually asked me to make her another one. Okay. Question from Australia. I want to try image transfer on furniture. Have you tried it, and how durable are the images? So it's not necessarily about how durable the images are because you're gonna clear coat over them. So it's just how durable your clear coat is. I've never done it, but I know how to do it, and it's just a matter of really rubbing hard and getting every little piece on there. Have you done a sewing machine table? I did a sewing machine table a long time ago. It was like a black and white and with like a lemon seat. I don't know if I put that on YouTube or not, but it was one of those small ones that kind of like folds open like that. It wasn't the old school kind with the cast iron legs. How do I juggle motherhood with my craft? That's a really hard one. So I have 2 older kids, and then I have my toddler son who is about 1.5 years. So my 2 older kids actually help quite a bit with keeping him entertained while I'm working. And then my husband's schedule, he gets home pretty early in the day because he goes into work really early. So we kind of like tag team. So he gets home and then I go start doing my thing, or I do it on the weekends when he's home. So my husband really helps a lot with that. Okay, don't you donate to kids aging out of foster care? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really cool. So not too far from me. Yeah, I just kind of recently started doing that. I've always wanted to help kids in foster care. We were actually foster parents for a little while, but it was just like way too hard on our hearts to have to say goodbye. So we just thought about it and waited until we had a sign of another way that we could help, and I came up with this. We used to donate furniture to military families because when we were first married and had nothing moving out of the barracks, there was a program that people would donate their estates to when they passed away, or they would donate furniture to when they were downsizing or whatever it may be, and they furnished our whole house pretty much doing that. So we wanted to pay that forward. Chalk paint it sticks better to everything. So you're asking what is the benefit of it versus enamel paint. Chalk paint just, it's like really grippy because it has that like sandy texture to it, that really chalky texture to it. And it also hides imperfections better than enamel paint does. Enamel paint also tends to be glossy. So if you prefer a more flat paint, then you go with the chalk paint. If you prefer like a high gloss, then you go with enamel. Enamel is super durable. I love enamel paint. Hi guys. I just redid my bathroom, did the walls in light blue and gray. That sounds really pretty. I love when people thrift to redo their house. Do you see? Sometimes you can find exactly what you need. This past week has been like a series of unfortunate events for me. I had been doing my video for Cricut, and it seemed like everything was just going wrong, not because of the Cricut, but because of me. Like I just could not pick the right things that I wanted to do, and I was like overthinking it and trying to be the perfectionist and thinking like, oh, is this project going to be cool enough? Are people going to like it? And I was just really getting down on myself. And then like later in the week, my compressor went out, so now I can't spray until I buy another compressor. And just anytime I was looking for a piece of furniture, I couldn't find it. And then a lot of the furniture that I was going to donate got ruined in the rain. I had to put a tarp over it, but the tarp got a hole in it because it was so windy, and it was like flapping the tarp all over the place, and it got a hole in it and ruined 2 dining table tops. So I didn't get to donate that, and I just felt like a big old jerk because I had promised them this stuff and then didn't get to deliver it when I told them I would. And then it's always hard like finding the time to deliver, and that's kind of stressful. Thanks, guys. Okay, what is the difference between top coat and polyurethane? So polyurethane is just a type of top coat. So there's different types of top coats. You can do oil-based top coats. You can do like shellac-based or water-based. They're all top coats. The top coat is just the coat that's on top that's protecting everything underneath. I've done a couple of projects. I need to get better at my sanding. Yep, sanding takes practice, but you'll get there. When you were a single mom, thrifting and flipping was the way you could, yep, that's exactly it. So I grew up really poor with a single mom, and she worked 3 jobs. And it seemed like most of my childhood was like all about finding free stuff and thrifting stuff. And I was so into home decor, and my grandma watched us a whole lot while my mom was working. And that's when Trading Spaces was like this really big show. And my grandma even bought me a Trading Spaces book, and she used to paint and redo furniture and decoupage and stuff. So I think that's kind of where it all started for me, was just being poor, and you just have to make the best of it. Thank you. My puppies are the sweetest. I am a real mom. I have 3 children, human children. And I have 2 dogs and 5 chickens. Oh, so I introduced the puppies a little earlier. This one right here is Piper. She's a pit mix. Come here, Piper. Say hi. Say hi. She's a spaz. And then this one's Nino. He's a little poodle mix. I rescued them both from the dog pound. Piper was actually on the euthanasia list and had 2 broken legs when we got her. Okay. Nope, you didn't miss the show. We're still going. Hi, Martine. It's always fun when you laugh during your videos. You're so real and down to earth. You know what? I just can't not be myself. If you look back at my really, really old videos, I was like trying to do my HGTV voice where you're like hello, this is what I'm going to be doing today. And it just felt so wrong and was awkward. And I can't even watch those videos. They're just awful. But once I just started being myself, it's more fun for me. And it seems like you guys enjoy it more. I am 30. So, Angela, I don't know how old your kids are. Yeah, Trading Spaces was where it's at. And then they brought it back, but it wasn't the same because the budgets were so much higher when they brought back the Trading Spaces show. It was like they were like trying to keep up with all those like really high-end flipping shows that they have now. And it wasn't like as relatable as the original was, where they're like covered in sweat and like trying to use their $20 gallon of paint on everything. And I just thought it was more fun when the budgets were really tight. I'd rather have things I can do myself. And yeah, so we had in the past hired other companies to do stuff for us on our house flip, and it seemed to almost always backfire. Like they wouldn't show up, or something terrible would happen, or we would lose money somehow. And after that, my husband and I just promised each other we're just going to learn how to do it all, and that was it. We're not going to trust contractors anymore. And I'm sure there are great contractors out there, we just haven't found them yet. We are in southern Arizona. I don't like to give my city out because of privacy. Okay. No, thank you, Piper. It took me 2 years to get to 50,000 subscribers, and that is because I did not do YouTube like full-time. I was working full-time when I first started, and then had kids, and my daughter had a learning disability, and school was like super stressful, and homework took forever, and there was just like too much going on in my life, and I hadn't really figured out yet what my channel was going to be solely. And then it kind of morphed from crafting into furniture flipping because that's just where my heart is. Angela, your kids are right around my age then. I'm the middle child and I have a lot of siblings. We're like a Brady Bunch kind of family. I have a lot of half siblings and step siblings. And you're not getting old, because I know my mom's not old and you're not old. You're only as old as you feel. Southern Arizona has changed. I don't know how long ago it was that you lived here, Angela, but it has changed, and it's probably not at all the same you thought it was. Hello in Kansas, Shelly. Do you remember on the show when people covered the other couple's bathrooms in faux flowers? So that we're talking about Trading Spaces again. I remember all of those. And I remember anytime they would get dug, it was like, no! Dogs! Hush! Hey! Knock it off! They're playing, and then we have vinyl wood floors, and their little nails are like all over the floor. Can I do more house tours? So I made a second channel. I haven't uploaded a whole lot to it, but I do plan to do all of my home channels and my like organizing and decorating stuff on that channel, just because it doesn't do well on this channel. So I thought I'll just put that on another channel and you guys can see it from there. The channel is just called Corey, and I have it linked, I believe, in my about section. Is painting with a spray compressor gun a lot easier than it seems, or was it a lot of practice? Dogs! So it's actually a lot easier than it seems. Once you do like 2 or 3 projects, you're going to be golden, and you just fly through it after that. Who gets more smooches, your dogs or your husband? Well, so my pit bull will literally just lick the air. She's obsessed with licking everything. So she'll just sit there and lick the air. So I don't have to get kissed by her too often, and I'm not a huge fan of dog slobber. So I would say my husband definitely gets more smooches than my dogs. And probably my son gets the most kisses in the whole family. How about when they covered the walls with cardboard? Oh my gosh. In the recent one, I think, I can't remember if it was one of the recent ones or not, but he made like a love prison. It was awful. Doug does the like worst stuff on that show. Hello in Washington. Hi Connie. Hi Denise. Hi Dan. Nice to see you, Miranda. My husband actually worked in North Dakota for a little while in the oil field. Okay. I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Angela. Oh, there's dust everywhere. I could not live in the cold, guys. I just couldn't do it. Can you be my tribute? I'm not really sure what that means. Hi, Lily. I have a pit mix dog and a poodle mix dog. My pit mix is about 55 pounds and my poodle is only 7 pounds. Do you have minges in your country? I don't know what that is, so I'm guessing no. It's a big country though, so I don't know everything about everything. Say happy birthday to your mom, Beth. I'm going to get a spray painter because of you. I was afraid, but you make it look so easy. It is easier, in my opinion, and faster. Okay, go ask Daddy. My kids are doing some schoolwork right now. Hi, Bobby. Okay, one time I papered my walls with a bed sheet and did my cornice. It came out so pretty, but the way I got the sheet to... Oh, I've heard of people putting fabric on walls before. You can use a lot, like you put a bunch of starch on it and you can kind of like wallpaper walls with fabric and it looks really cool. Hi Jade. Yeah, it's just having been in the military, I'm like very private with my personal information. That's just, they drill it into your brain. So I don't like to give out my intel. It's 6 degrees where you are, Kelly. Holy guacamole, I couldn't handle that. There was one time I went to Missouri for some training, and the night that I got there, it was negative 12 degrees, and it burned. And I was so confused because I had never been in negative any kind of weather. And I was like, wait, it's supposed to be cold, but it's burning. It was the weirdest thing, and you're probably going to laugh at me because people who live in cold places know this. And my husband, when he was in North Dakota, it got down to like negative 70 Fahrenheit. Awful. Oh, thank you for saying I have nice skin, but I'm wearing a lot of makeup, so I don't. Oh, here's a fun fact about me. I actually don't have pigment in my face here. I have vitiligo here, and my eyelashes here are white. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't have pigment there, so I wear makeup to cover it up when I feel like it, and I also have adult acne, so nobody's perfect. Hi, Albert. We call cars. Oh, yes, we have tons of cars here. Like literally anything you could think of, we have here. Sarah Richardson had fabric made into wallpaper. Sarah Richardson, she's that designer that does like Sarah's House or something like that. I'm obsessed with her. Her style is like so much like my style. Carmen, you got a snowstorm yesterday and it started again. Oh man, we had snow like last week and it was only a couple inches, and after one day I was like, okay, time for the sun to come back out. Hi Kimberly, you're late to the flip game and you've just purchased your first chalk paint. I chose Waverly. Do you have a favorite brand? You know, I don't really have a favorite. I just tried out some of the Dixie Belle and I really like it. The color is like goes on really smooth and it covers really well, but it is a little bit more on the expensive side, and it all really does kind of the same thing in the end. Some just take more coats than others and have a little bit different texture than others, but you can really make them all look the same just depending on the effort you put in. Angela said she's going to start her own YouTube channel. So my advice for somebody starting that I wish I would have heard when I first started was that you need to find out exactly what you want your channel to be about. So like I was saying earlier in this live, I started out kind of like doing crafting and decorating and just a bunch of different stuff. And YouTube will not suggest your content and you will not get seen unless you are like narrowed down into a small little subject and stick to that subject. And for me, that is furniture flipping and thrift flipping. So once I started like solely sticking to that, my channel started growing, and I think that's one of the biggest things that I could tell you guys. And also your thumbnail picture, which is the little square picture that you click on, focus really hard on making that look professional. Oh man, you guys are all in really cold places. Negative 17, negative 24. I could not handle it. How do you just stay inside all day? I don't know. Okay. You're in New York and it's below 0. Oh, yikes. I couldn't do it. Dogs! You're about to go in. It's your last warning. Hello in Pennsylvania. I use a cheap Harbor Freight gravity fed gun and it makes me, yep. So I use the HVLP, which is gravity fed from the top down into the spray gun, but it is powered by air. And yes, you can paint cars with it. And I actually learned to paint cars a little bit with my dad. My dad owned a car painting business for a really long time, and he's like a show car guy. He's painted lots of stuff. He even painted for Lisa Frank for a little while. Dogs! Okay, man, everybody's getting snow all where you are. I would say cars are definitely bigger than they are in the UK. I've never been to the UK, but from what I understand, we have big, huge cars. I know we have huge cars, and we tow with our cars and have trailers and all that sort of stuff. Okay. What's my favorite color of the alphabet? That's too funny. Hello in Pennsylvania. Rust-Oleum. So the chalk paint Rust-Oleum and linen, that's going to be really pretty. I like linen colors. Okay. Let's see. Are you able to clear coat with your sprayer? Yes, you can clear coat with a spray gun. So all you need to really worry about is that you cleaned it out really well from the last time that you used it. So that way when you're clear coating, you're not going to spray any leftover color in that clear coat or dust or anything like that. So if you are going, like say if I'm painting something yellow and then I'm going to clear coat it after I spray it yellow, if I'm going straight from the yellow paint, cleaning it to clear coating, I'm not going to worry too much if any yellow is left in there. But it is really easy to clean the kind that I have from Harbor Freight, the HVLP gun. So you definitely want to, okay, what is going on here? Hold on, my chat's a little messed up. Anyways, you definitely want to clean it out really well. It comes with a little like wire brush that you stick down inside the sprayer and you can clean all the paint out. And then you don't really have to water down clear coat because it usually is pretty watered down. But if it's not as thin as like the consistency of milk, then you do need to water it down. Okay. I need to moderate some of these comments here, and I'm trying to figure out how. How do I do that? I am going to do that. There we go. Sorry, guys, because there are some terrible people here that are commenting terrible things. Okay. Okay. You know what's really neat? I feel like Australia and Arizona are probably really similar in like the landscape and our climate, I guess. So I like to see people from Australia commenting on here and see other people from Australia who flip furniture, because I feel like you guys probably deal with the same type of climate issues that I do, like it being really dry. So let me know in the comments if that's true. Okay. I don't do Instagram or TikTok, so I'm terrible at those, and I'm like, I don't know. When TikTok first came out, it had like all these security issues, and I didn't want to get involved in that where it was like stealing people's information from their phones. And Instagram, every once in a while, I will post stories on Instagram, and I really need to get better at that. But I feel like not a lot of people who watch my channel have Instagram. I don't know. If you have Instagram, let me know. And what PSI do I run my compressor? So I kind of, your spray gun will give you information on the box of what PSI to use it at, but the PSI that I like to do is around 50. So I like to stick between like 45 and 55. Okay. Oh, hoorah, nice. I do not have contacts in my eyes. So right now I have a big ring light that is shining directly into my eyes. So it's kind of making a like white ring in my eyes that you can see. So that's probably what you're thinking is contacts. But nope, these are my regular old eyes. See, it is normally really dry and hot in Australia. You guys had a wet summer there? Wow, that surprises me. We actually had a really horrible drought here over the summer, and it was awful. We usually get monsoons, but we did not get monsoons this past year, and everybody was just angry and hot and sweaty. And yes, when you paint and stain in humid weather, it takes forever to dry. So you get drips, you get bubbles, you get what's called orange peel, especially if you're spraying, you can get like an orange peel texture. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's just looks like you're looking at the skin of an orange peel because it gets like these weird, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the paint is dripping off of itself. Let's see. Have you ever been to the Carolinas? Yes, I have been to the Carolinas. I've been to North Carolina and South Carolina, and a couple places there. I actually really like the Carolinas, and my husband and I had considered moving over there. I'm not sure if we want to move. It's kind of one of those things where we just wanted to go on an adventure. And I feel like it would be nice to live in a place where there was more grass and stuff. But at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of like sand fleas and chiggers and all the bugs that are in the Carolinas. I was in South Carolina in the summer and fall. And the summer there was not that bad compared to here in Arizona. But North Carolina in the winter was pretty brutal. Oh man, another weirdo. Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you for staying up and talking with us, Jade. What do you have to do to compensate for the extra moisture from the extreme dry? Do you mean for painting? So in the summertime when I paint, a lot of times it's so dry that as soon as the paint hits the surface of the furniture, it's instantly dry. And I'm not even exaggerating. And when that happens, it creates this kind of like sandpapery texture on the piece of furniture. And then I have to go back and sand between every coat and get rid of that texture. And it's really a pain. It's hard to keep up with my YouTube videos in the summer because of that. Your grandson just came home from the Marines and was stationed in Africa. Oh, I'm guessing he's in Djibouti on a MEU. Okay. What is going on? You would think North Carolina is warm all year long, but no, it does get cold there. Yep, it does. What do you do to get black water stains out of wood? There is actually a special bleach that can handle that. And you just kind of bleach in the area where the stains are, and you do it in layers. So you go back and bleach that area over and over and over again until it lifts that stain. But sometimes it won't come out completely. And at that point, your only option is either to paint or to stain very dark. And there's even black wood stain now. So that's something that you can think of doing when you have those black stains. From like water damage or like mold or mildew damage, you can just stain the wood black and you'll never know it's there. The type of camera I use is my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone camera right now, and I use my cell phone for everything. And I have a Note 10. Hello in the Netherlands. An ideal material to start with, I would say, would be a affordable chalk paint that you can buy regularly in your area, and using either shellac or polyacrylic to seal it. And just whatever you have at your local stores, just go ahead and start with that and learn from there. What is going on here? There we go. Oh, now I figured out how to do the moderating on the comments. I'm sorry, guys. The next time I do a live, this will be so much more smooth. And hopefully I can pick somebody to be a moderator for me. How is this person still? There we go. Hey, Ashley! Ashley Lauren's on here. Everybody say hi to Ashley. She's an amazing furniture flipper. Okay, I bought a piece of furniture that my granddaughter put oil on top of it. How do I get rid of the stain? Okay. I feel like TSP would be your friend on that. It's a cleaning supply that gets rid of oil. Do I root for the Arizona Cardinals? Nope, I don't watch sports. A lot of people here do, though. I mean, I guess I should support them since I'm from Arizona, but I don't know. Oh, thank you, Ashley. You always look amazing too, especially on your Instagram stuff. You're always looking good. Do you have to sand veneer to paint it? You have to sand everything to paint it, in my opinion. I know that there is a lot of chalk paints out there that will say you don't have to sand, but I've done that and had issues with it still. If your surface is like super dry, like it can be here in the desert, sometimes you can get away with it sticking without sanding. But I feel like you personally, for me, you have to sand everything. I have not used milk paint. I have some. My friend Melanie, who gives me tons of paints all the time, I always talk about her in my videos. She gave me some milk paint, but I have not tried it yet. Ceiling is your problem. What is the best one to use for outdoor furniture? Outdoor furniture is going to have to be sealed by outdoor polyurethanes or shellac. So it will specifically say on the can that is made for outdoor, and all of it is almost always oil-based, and it takes a very long time to dry, but it is worth it. What is up with this? Sorry guys, I'm having to moderate my own comments and it's not letting me click on some of them. Okay. Yeah, Ashley does a really amazing job at all of her furniture flips. Ashley's channel is Ashley Lauren. And I don't know if she can leave a link on here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm getting a lot of interesting people in the comments, so I'm probably going to hop off pretty soon. But if you guys genuinely have any more questions, let me know really quick before I hop off. Hello in Virginia. I want to do my kitchen cabinets. What paint do I do? So there's a lot of options out there for painting kitchen cabinets. There's so many different projects or products that you can use. I would just go to your local hardware store, and usually in the paint section, there is a section within that section that is all about kitchen cabinets, and you're going to want to use enamel paint and definitely a primer that has shellac in it, a stain hiding primer, because wood cabinets and kitchen cabinets tend to have stains that seep through the paint, and so you want to seal all that in there really good. How is using oil-based stains? I do not like using stains that have stain and polyurethane together because you cannot control the color at that point, and they're usually way too light of a color. So I don't like using those, but regular oil-based stains, like just the stain where it doesn't have the polyurethane in it, it's good stuff. Gel stains take a longer time to dry. I don't really like using them too much. So the donating furniture to the kids is still going really well. I am super excited about the future of that. I've gotten to know a lot of people through this, and like there's a lot of different channels that I'm able to get to now to get this furniture to kids who really need it, and I love going to deliver it and meeting them and getting to know them. All right, guys, I'm just going to take a couple more and then I'm going to hop off. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to later on, like in a couple months from now, probably do another one of these videos, and I will make sure that I have somebody moderating the comments because there's some interesting comments going on here. And I prefer this place to just be happy and all about furniture flipping and supporting one another. So I will see you guys very soon. I'm going to be doing the Cricut video next. I'm just waiting on them to approve the video that I made, and I'm really excited to show you what I did. I hadn't thought about donating, but you inspired me to do it also once I get going. That's so great. I'm so glad that a lot of people have commented saying that they're going to start donating, and I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys so much. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start making dinner now, guys. I'm really glad that we got to sit and chat and get to know you guys, and you guys get to know me a little bit better. And this video will be saved if you want to go back and listen back to any of the advice that I gave. And I will see you in about a week. Bye!